Hi friends, it's so good to make another video for you guys. I hope everybody is doing well and staying healthy. I know that we've been cooped up inside and home and not at school for a while now, but just know that me, Miss April, and Miss Brittany all miss you guys very, very much. Very much. But we've been making these awesome videos for you guys to see us and enjoy. So let's continue with today's video. We're going to learn about bugs and insects, all the creepy crawlies. Ooh, just kidding. We're only going to learn about 3 different bugs, and they're all pretty cool. Not creepy, not crawly, not slimy. We're going to learn about ants, butterflies, and ladybugs. And for your question about the ladybugs, yes, I did release the ladybugs, and yes, they are now living a great life probably in my backyard. So that's exciting. We can get more and raise them again. We have a guest again. Guest visitor. All right. So, like I was saying, before we were interrupted by my friendly feline, we're learning about bugs today. And at the end of the video, we are going to be reading a wonderful book. And pay attention to it because there might be 1 or 2 questions at the end. They're not hard questions, I promise. But anyway, let's get started with ants.
All right, friends, let's move on to the most common insect in the world. It is so common that it has 12,000 different species. Yes, there are 12,000 different species of ants. They range from flying ants to red ants to bullet ants, and the bullet ant is said to have the worst sting. But here in America, the majority of the ants, chances are, they won't sting you. Ants can live a very long time as well. They can live up to be 30 years old. 30 years old, that's a really long time for an insect. They're also extremely strong. Have you ever seen an ant carrying a crumb or carrying a piece of grass? To them, that's really heavy, right? Because they're really small. So they can carry up to 50 times its own body weight. So they're very, very strong. I'm sure they're eating their fruits and vegetables.
Okay, friends, so now that we learned a little bit more about ants, let's sing a song about them. Now, everybody stand up, shake your sillies out, and you can sing and march to the Ants Go Marching. Now in the classroom, we usually do all 10 verses, but for the sake of time, we are only going to do the first 5. So we will stop after 5. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little one stops to suck his thumb, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, bum, boom, boom, bum. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie her shoe, and they all friends, let's move on to butterflies.
Next, we have butterflies. Now, butterflies have something called taste receptors on their feet. So if you don't know what a taste receptor is, I'll give you a hint. On a human like you and I, we have taste receptors on our tongues. You're right, that is how we get to taste the flavor of our food. Salty, sweet, bitter. Butterfly has to stand on its food to be able to taste it. How crazy is that? They also get their essential nutrients or vitamins and minerals by drinking from mud puddles. Now, do you think your mom or dad would let you drink out of a mud puddle? Do you want to drink out of a mud puddle? Well, you shouldn't drink out of a mud puddle because for humans, it is not healthy and it can make your belly really, really sick. Butterflies are unable to fly in temperatures lower than 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've been a little bit up and down this spring. If we were able to grow our butterflies like we do every year, probably right now would be the time that we would release them. Butterflies can also see colors that we can't see. They can see ultraviolet colors, and those are invisible to the human eye. There's quite amazing things that butterflies can do. They're really, really cool insects. On to a fan favorite, the ladybug. I love ladybugs. They are just such a joy to see. They live to be about 2 or 3 years old, so not as long as the ants, but still a pretty long time for an insect. And they won't get too big, less than an inch. Now, there are 5,000 different species of ladybugs. We are used to seeing the 7-spotted ladybug. It's shiny, red and black, and has 7 spots. Now, ladybugs like to live all over the world, pretty much in every place except the cold places, like the North Pole, the South Pole, and Antarctica. So I don't think Santa has any ladybugs hanging around his workshop up at the North Pole. Now, let's read the book. Remember, there's some questions at the end, so let's pay attention. Enjoy. Swirl by Swirl, Spirals in Nature. Written by Joyce Sidman, pictures by Beth Cromes. A spiral is a snuggling shape. It fits neatly in small places. Coiled tight, warm and safe, it waits for a chance to expand. A spiral is a growing shape. It starts small and gets bigger. Swirl by swirl. It unwraps itself, one soft curl at a time. A spiral is a strong shape. Its outer curves protect what's inside. It knows how to defend itself. A spiral reaches out, too, exploring the world. It winds around and around. It clings tight, grasping what it needs. It never has trouble holding on. A spiral is a clever shape. It is graceful and strong. It is bold and beautiful. A spiral moves. It swirls through water, gathering bubbles. It twists through air with clouds on its tail. It stretches starry arms through space, spinning and sparkling, forever expanding. Or it curls up, neat and small, warm and safe. A spiral is a snuggling shape. The end.
Like I said, there might be a couple questions at the end, but they're not hard, I promise. My first question is, what was your favorite animal or insect in the book, and why? How did it involve that spiral shape? Maybe talk to your mom and dad about it, or your brother and sister. Tell them what's your favorite animal and why. Now, the second question I have is, there are pretty much only 2 insects, maybe 3, that were in the book. Does anybody remember what they were?
Miss Amber Lynn's favorite was the nautilus. And I liked the nautilus because you can clearly see the spiral on its shell. And that is what a nautilus looks like. Pretty neat. Now on to the second question. If one of your answers was the butterfly, you'd be correct. This is a giant swallowtail butterfly, and like its name, it is bigger than your normal butterfly you'd see around here. Now, the spiral that it uses is that thing where its nose should be that unwinds and it goes into the flower's bud and it collects nectar that way. If another one of your answers was that fly or the spider, you'd be correct. That is a garden orb spider, and it makes a web just like most other spiders do. And that fly up top there, he's stuck, and he's probably going to become that spider's dinner. And that's exactly why they make the webs, to collect food for them and their family.
Well, friends, it's been really, really great to sing for you guys and read a book for you guys. I miss it more than words can describe. But I'm sure Miss Brittany and Miss April have some awesome videos lined up for Wednesday and Thursday. And I'll make another video for you guys on Friday. Have a great week, everybody.